We are unpacking a really fascinating psychological mystery today. We're going to look at why your brain automatically rejects something that is objectively completely good. It's this wild phenomenon so many of us experience literally every single day, yet very few of us actually understand the complex wiring behind it.
I want you to ask yourself what actually happens when someone gives you a simple good job on a project or, tells you that you look great. Why does it almost instantly make you feel so awkward or uncomfortable or even suspicious? Someone says you did amazing work, and instead of just feeling proud, your stomach kind of drops and you immediately scramble to deflect it.
Your very first reflex might literally be to just blurt out, "Oh, wasn't that good?" You end up minimizing it before the other person even has a chance to finish their sentence.
Or maybe you lean on this classic, "I just got lucky." Notice how incredibly fast your brain searches for ways to diminish your own effort? It just completely writes off your skill, your dedication, all those late nights, chalking the whole shebang up to pure random chance.
And then, of course, there's anyone could have done it. Now, while this feels like harmless humility to you, and hey, maybe it even looks like admirable modesty to the person complimenting you, it's actually a deeply ingrained survival mechanism. It is actively protecting you from feeling unsafe. But what exactly is your brain protecting you from? Well, to answer that, we have to look back. Section 1. The invisible child. How childhood shapes your worth.
Think about the seen child. When they excitedly show their parent a drawing, the parent says, "I love this, tell me about it." That child learns they matter, not because the drawing is some absolute masterpiece, but just because they are valued. Now contrast that with the unseen child presenting that exact same drawing. The parent asks, "Why didn't you color inside the lines?" Or worse, they just offer absolute silence. This brilliantly illustrates how a child learns deep down in their bones, whether their achievements genuinely matter or if they're literally only noticed when something is wrong.
Being an invisible child doesn't necessarily mean there was physical neglect. It's way more often about emotional needs being consistently ignored. It happens when a kid is basically forced to be the easy child because maybe a sibling required all the attention, or the parents were just super overwhelmed, stressed out, or emotionally unavailable. We also see this thing called parentification, right? That's where a child takes on adult burdens way too early, which creates an adult who actually feels incredibly guilty for just needing support or rest. So even in homes where the bills were paid on time and birthdays were cheerfully celebrated, the child essentially learns to disappear emotionally just to avoid being a burden.
Moving on to Section 2, the psychology of discomfort, why praise hurts. So, this all boils down to a fascinating mental loophole known as confirmation bias. This is your brain's tendency to prioritize consistency over the actual truth, actively collecting evidence that supports an internal belief you already hold. See, your brain isn't really interested in what's objectively true. It's interested in what it already knows. If you grew up believing you aren't special, your brain is going to automatically reject any compliment because it creates a really irritating problem with your internal identity. And this ties directly into another incredibly powerful drive, self-verification. This is our psychological drive to seek familiar feedback, even if that feedback is painful, simply because familiarity feels like safety. If you spent 20 years believing you just aren't good enough, being told you are absolutely amazing creates immense psychological tension. This completely explains why criticism feels believable almost instantly to us, while praise creates this unbearable friction. Criticism just confirms the story you already know by heart.
Think of a compliment like a sweater that is, say, 5 sizes too small. For someone who grew up feeling invisible, a compliment feels exactly like someone trying to force you into that tiny sweater. You instantly know it doesn't fit. It physically feels untrue. You aren't just pretending to be modest to look good. Your brain is genuinely, actively rejecting the praise because it just doesn't match the identity you've been carrying around for years.
Section 3, the high-achieving fraud. Achievement as survival. Now, what's wild is that the invisible child often grows into an adult who becomes incredibly successful, but they end up living in this total split reality. In their external reality, a manager says something like, "You've been one of our best employees this quarter," but the internal monologue instantly fires back, "I just got lucky. If they really knew me, there's no way they'd say that." Just look at how that internal monologue completely ignores the external praise. It causes incredibly successful people to still feel like massive frauds. And this massive disconnect happens because when love felt conditional growing up, achievement literally becomes a desperate survival strategy. You're constantly attempting to earn your worth, to prove yourself. But here's the really hard truth. External praise absolutely cannot replace internal belief. No matter how many promotions you get or degrees or fancy awards you receive, external achievements can never ever heal a wound created by emotional invisibility. It's like you're trying to fill an internal void with external trophies, and absolutely nothing inside changes.
Which brings us to Section 4, rewiring your brain, moving forward.
Okay, let's dive into the good news, because the absolute key to breaking this vicious cycle is neuroplasticity. This is your brain's remarkable ability to change, adapt, and actually rewrite its own internal stories based on new awareness and behaviors. Your brain is not hardwired in stone. Thanks to neuroplasticity, every single time you allow yourself to receive genuine appreciation, you are actively teaching your brain a brand new story. You are slowly stretching out that tiny sweater.
So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, the very next time someone praises you, I want you to stop yourself from making jokes or excuses and just follow these 3 super simple, highly effective steps. Step 1, pause. Step 2, take 1 breath. Step 3, say thank you. That is literally it. No lengthy explanations, no deflections, just thank you. Because accepting a compliment doesn't make you arrogant. It really just means you're finally allowing yourself to receive kindness.
Another really incredible mental tool is asking yourself this simple question. If someone I loved received this compliment, would I argue with them? Probably not, right? You'd be absolutely thrilled for them. It's crazy. Sometimes we are so perfectly willing to believe good things about everyone else, except ourselves. So whenever you feel that sudden urge to deflect, ask yourself this question to remind yourself that you deserve the exact same kindness you so easily give away to others.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this profound truth to reflect on. I don't have to earn my worth. Your value isn't created by your achievements, and you were always worthy of being seen. Your past completely explains your reactions, yes, but it absolutely does not define your future value. So, the very next time someone offers you a genuine compliment, one that challenges everything your inner invisible child believes, will you be brave enough to just say, thank you?